What's up, everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I want to pose a question to you. Why is it that your gut feeling is telling you something is off about a person and you choose to ignore it? The person could be a narcissist. When something is unsettling about someone, pay attention to that. Do not simply ignore it. You're feeling that way for a reason, and you don't want to get locked in with someone who there's something off. There's something that isn't making sense. The math ain't mathin', as they say. But your kind, empathic mind wants to make things right for said person. You have to be careful of that quiet narcissist because everybody knows the boisterous, loud, look at me, aren't I handsome? And they're telling you how amazing they are. Everybody knows the red flags for that kind of a narcissist, or they're tyrants, they're mean, they're vicious, their bark is really big. They do a lot of mean things to people. We all know those. But then there's a quiet, shallow narcissist that you have to be careful for, because this person will flip on you and be rude, disrespectful, and you'll wonder why you feel badly around the person. So this person could go from looking very homely and not seeming to care about their hair until they take interest in you. Then all of a sudden, they stop wearing glasses and they wear contacts. They stop wearing frumpy clothes and they're wearing dresses or suits and ties and the best shoes, and they're wearing tight-fitted clothes and makeup and or cologne, or they go from having an old man haircut to a very trendy one, and they're wearing trendy t-shirts, and just their whole everything changes. Now, people who are having affairs, one of the signs that people always say is their dress style changes, their hairstyle changes. I've seen people have affairs who are very normal, who are not narcissists at all, who succumb to that as well. And we all want to look a little better when we have a love interest or there's someone that we're attracted to. So that's what makes it a little tricky. But a narcissist could also do that. They could start seducing you, charming you with their looks. They didn't wear makeup, now they wear makeup. They didn't wear cologne, now they wear cologne. They're doing all these things to reel you in, but you notice that there's not a lot of depth and there's not a lot of substance. So when you try to have a really deep conversation, or you're really compassionate or trying to help someone, they may seem disinterested, or they may not have much conversation with you. And I'm not talking about people who are just naturally introverted. I'm talking about they are seducing you with everything except for a conversation. And some of their interactions with you might be rude or a little disrespectful. Those are little clues of what it will be like if you get involved with this person, because for the most part, they're trying to seduce you. But there will still be moments when they hand you a paper kind of rudely, or they get really agitated about something, and you're like, that's the math ain't mathin', as they say. Something is not adding up. What is my gut feeling telling me? This person is now all about their looks, all about the shallow. Where's the depth? And it doesn't mean that you can never have a really good conversation with them. But if you are, I've worked with, I'm just going to say, counselors before who were narcissistic, and they didn't want to go in depth with a person They would start getting agitated or upset, like, I don't want to go there, because they don't want to deal with empathy and compassion. They're allergic to that. They may lure you in because they seem to dislike you at first, and now they've decided, this person could give good narcissistic supply. And so let's say you drop your things and you're like, I'm just having a bad day. And they're like, oh, let me help you. Don't worry, it's okay. And they're showing you this moment of compassion. So you hold on to that moment of compassion, but you never really see it again. You see this person who is trying to reel you in, but they never have a conversation with you. They never verbalize it. They play hard to get with you. So have you ever experienced that where somebody is just purely playing hard to get to the point where there's never anything real happening? It's just this fake, I'm ignoring you, or I'm acting like you don't matter, or I'm passing by you and I'm not speaking, but I'll take your compliments. Where, I'm getting you, I'm shifting you into a toxic relationship with me where you're pouring into me because that's the only way you can get my attention, is by telling me I'm handsome or how good I look. Because other than that, I'm ignoring you. So there are a lot of things. Sometimes they could be being very, very nice to you, but they're mistreating someone else. And you don't really get to see that side of them. So you think, oh, this is such a nice person. But then the more you become friends with them, the more they need you for different things, the more you become an extension of them, the more they become irritated and agitated about things that don't make sense, or they try to get you to mistreat someone, or they do one thing that's nice and it feels so good that you're like, oh, you're waiting for that next moment when they're going to be nice again. And it just doesn't happen very often. It feels more like you're starting to pour into this person, tell them, oh, you're so amazing, or oh, you're so pretty, or oh, you're so handsome, and they're eating it up. But what are they telling you? What are they doing for you? Do they ever give you compliments? Do they ever ask, can they help you with anything? There's just an emptiness and a shallowness and an outer shell and this something that seems to be going nowhere, other than you see this person changing everything for you, which is flattering, but there's never any depth. So narcissists, you have to be very careful, because even though they may seem really nice and they're reeling you in and there's a lot of charm, there's still something unsettling where you're like, why is this person not connecting like a normal person? Why are they nice, but I feel rudeness from them? But they're acting like, hi, pay attention to me. Aren't I amazing? But what you're getting back from them is absolutely nothing. So just be aware. Be aware of these seductive, quiet narcissists, especially when your gut feeling is telling you something is up, something is off. Pay attention to that. Do not ignore that because, oh, they used to be very dismissive of me. And now this dismissive, rude person is paying attention to me. Oh, this feels so much better than the disrespect that I was getting. Maybe I had this person wrong. Maybe they are really nice. Maybe they are really fun. If you feel the need to stay away from somebody, then go with that. Stay away from them because they might be a narcissist. And then once you get hooked or attached, then you've got a problem on your hands. So the way that they systematically deplete you can be a form of gaslighting, where they're emptying your tank, basically. And you might want to be aware of how you're feeling at that particular time in your life. Are you feeling depleted? Are you missing out on friendships? Are you having family issues or financial problems or something that's making you feel a little less than? You might glean on to a narcissist who might have time periods where they make you feel special, or you feel special because I get to be with this special person who seems to be trying to impress me or charm me. And so it can make it easier when you're not in your strongest state to fall for someone who is really toxic. So be aware of that and don't ignore the red flags. If you feel kind of a weird feeling about someone, do not feel obligated to pour into the person, be friendly, make conversation, stay away. They are very perceptive because they're like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes know when they can find a good person to get the supply needs met. Narcissists are the same way. They know who's empathetic, who they can use, who they feel they can abuse, who they feel will lift them up and make them feel amazing, who they can also beat down and feel really good about that and energize. So they know a good person. So just be aware of that. Seductive narcissists get a high off of themselves. Like, you can literally watch them getting a high off of how good they look, how good they're dressed. They get a pep in their step. Like, look at me, I'm just so amazing. You can just see them. Like, they're getting this super, super high, and they're getting their narcissistic supply from you, who's telling them, oh, you're so handsome, or oh, I like your dress, or you look so good, especially if they're targeting you, targeting, like, hello, pay attention to me because I kind of have a crush on you. So look at me, I'm doing all of this for you. And when you sense that somebody is doing all of that for you, it could trick you into their grand scheme. So you have to be careful of that. Like, you can feel their energy. Like, I'm focused on you. I'm luring you in. But what are they giving you? It's like they're giving you nothing because they're getting such a high off of themselves that they're just paying attention to themselves, but they're looking at you like, give me more supply. And that's what it's like to be with them. You will be alone. I used to watch this narcissist take like 100 pictures of himself. He didn't know that I noticed that he was doing that, but it was like he would take 1,000,000 pictures of himself. Like, we would just be standing on call and he would be just snap, 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 snap. And then he would look at each picture and examine himself like, oh, look at this beautiful, handsome face. Like, I just want to remind myself and remember how absolutely stunning I am. Seductive narcissists will be attracted to you either because they think you are above average in some way, or they think that you are easy to belittle and that gives them power. But a seductive narcissist they may be attracted to you, but they are far more attracted to the way you make them feel about themselves. Like, they get the biggest high from themselves and the feeling that you make them feel about themselves. Not so much, I'm attracted to you and who you are, and I want to give to you and make you feel special and meet your needs. They don't even fully comprehend what that means to meet another person's needs. So you will feel just as empty as they really feel because they're not going to be fulfilling your needs. They're going to be solely relying on you to make them feel who they want to feel like. Just food for thought, people. You might want to check out my book, Flip the Script. Flip the Script on Love is my book about relationships, but The Workplace Narcissist is about those pesky narcissists. And we can meet a lot of narcissists at work because they get a lot of narcissistic supply at work from different people. So check that out. I'll put the link in the description box and let me know if you've had any interactions with a narcissist or you've ever been charmed by a narcissist only to find out this person is very self-centered. It's all about me, 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 me. All right, you guys, make sure you subscribe because my channel is difficult to find. If you lose it, you may never find it again. So subscribe, hit the like button, share it with people that it will help, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, lovelies.